Hello and thank you for watching. This is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa, where we bring you the biggest stories and chat with interesting personalities in the world of entertainment. My name is Elsie Godwin and I'm here with Ife Omai and Chika Mwewo.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, at least you did not enter a bus. You know. All right. First stop is Juliet Ibrahim confessing to staging publicity stunts to stay relevant. In a chat with Graphic Showbiz about publicity stunts, she said, "Well, some celebrities believe every news, whether good or bad, is part of the publicity. They need to keep their brand visibility and keep being talked about. Some people live off publicity stunts to keep their brand relevant, while others prefer not to. I've done a few publicity stunts myself in instances where it was necessary. We are all guilty of pulling publicity stunts," end of quote. I mean, she's the one saying all that, not me. So do you think it's a possibility to be able to generalize and say we all do publicity stunts?
She, in her statement, she still said that some people prefer not to. So maybe not all, but I think a major percentage of them do. Yeah, they all have this publicity stunts. They said no publicity is bad publicity. Yeah, every publicity is publicity. So yeah, I guess.
I think it's going to be hard for you to be a celebrity, a sustainable one, and not have to indulge in publicity stunts at some point. I just think there might be degrees or types of publicity stunts. Some get very low, like you decide to do like really low stuff. And then some stuff are just more deliberate as to like staging it. It might be true, but like, let's say you and I have a friendship. The friendship might be true, but we might then overemphasize on the friendship just for publicity. So I don't think it's possible for you to sustain your relevance all through, you know, for a long time without having to deliberately put your face in public. So I'm glad that she's been honest about it and she's coming out to say, you know, that she's done it before. I just wanted to know what kind of publicity stunts she
Maybe
has.
it was the relationship she had with Iceberg. Who knows? I'm not sure. But talking about publicity stunts, I feel like there are times where they are caught up in their own mess and they hide behind the back of publicity and say, "No, we know what we're doing." But since we know you really messed up right now, you know. Well, whatever works. I mean, it's called showbiz for a reason, so you have to show for the business. All right, up next is a video that went viral yesterday evening. Ricardo Banks falls for a prank on live TV. A video of the prank was released in parts yesterday, and it got people talking. I mean, instead of them releasing the full thing, we had just cut, and I think we have that video to watch now. Before we give our own opinion on the prank. Have a look.
My name is Cindy.
Okay, where are you calling from?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Where are you calling from?
Cindy.
I'm calling from Lekki.
Okay,
Hi.
tell us, what's up?
Kilo Shelley.
Can I speak with Ricardo Banks?
He's all yours.
I can
He can
hear
hear
you.
you.
I'm here. I'm with you.
So the unfortunate thing is that now you're on a live TV and then I can call in.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Ricardo Banks?
Yeah?
So you had sex with me and then you did not call me back.
Eh?
Probably a wrong number.
The wrong number?
Yes, I think she
No,
has
it's
a wrong
not a
number.
wrong number. Everybody knows Ricardo Banks. Please, let me just finish this. I've been sending him a message.
Well,
Hi.
it's only right. You're a human being.
Hi, good afternoon. So it's Cindy again and then
Are you a friend or foe? Hello?
Are you a friend or
It's
foe?
who?
Hello?
Go on, we can hear you.
please, see, Ricardo Banks, the only way I will stop disturbing you is if you tell me that you love me back. Because I said that to you after sex.
Yeah, I
and
love
you
you
don't
too
say
now.
anything.
Oh, yeah,
Smart thing. I love you too, baby.
now.
Don't vex.
Hello?
I love you too. What's your name? What's your name?
Yes,
Cindy?
Cindy.
that's fine. Please check your Instagram. It's really not nice. Thank you. Bye.
See, I cannot
Which star is this
be,
on
I
the
cannot,
video?
I can't.
I've been pranked.
Oi. Guess who said I'm too aware? Guess who said you wasn't aware I want you.
I always got that though.
Okay, I mean, I don't know why the first one was released first, but I guess it's the publicity stunt you're talking about. Publicity for, I don't know if it's for Ricardo or for the TV station, but
I think it's for the TV station.
even at the second video being out, most people still feel like, no, it is not published. Oh, you're one of them. And I'm wondering,
There's nothing you can tell me. I feel like that video is true. I feel like...
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I just bought into it so much that when they said it's a prank, I'm like, no, it's not a prank. It's real. It's true. But I mean, a lot of male celebrities are caught up in this thing. So yeah, it's
but
happened all the time.
one of the presenters said, oh, he's been pranked because the prank was because he said he could never be pranked on any platform, that he won't fall for it, and then he fell for this one. And I think it was easy to use something like this to prank him, considering the fact that we had one girl come out, I think a month ago or 2 months thereabouts, saying that she did everything for Ricardo, he dumped her and all those stuffs, and he also came out then to say, nah, I don't know who this person is, so I don't know why he's always getting people around him that he has to deny. But bro, maybe you need to check yourself. We don't know. Well, it's time for a quick break, but when we return from this very short break, you will get to find out who our studio guest is. We'll be right back.
It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa.
When I did it, I was full-on, hands-on on the whole project.
So how did you deal with it? All of that negativity?
I got depressed, obviously. Duh. Haven't you heard?
I've got 2 of the hottest topics currently trending on social media. If you've seen the word Senate trending on Twitter, that's because the Nigerian police force has gone Trump style.
I haven't shared this with anyone, but I reckon I get about like 100 people asking for help a day. That's a fact. I can prove that.
Welcome back. Our guest on this episode is one of Nigeria's fastest growing saxophonists and entertainer. He's a professional musician with strong Christian ethics. He's the CEO of Bluenote Entertainment, a live band for birthday surprises, marriage proposals, cocktail party, wedding reception, musical training, music recordings, and other corporate events. Presently, he's a saxophone player for someone I love so much, Omawomi. He has performed on the same stage with Ron Kenoli and Pastor Kunle Ajayi. Let's make welcome a graduate from the University of Lagos, a distinguished musician, John Adeneye, fondly called the Blue Notes. Hi. I feel like we need to start with that Blue Note. So you need to hit the notes right.
From the name Blue Notes, there are 2 names. Blue comes with from blues, R&B, and jazz. Anything that has to do with sentimental music, romantic music. Those are the kind of music I love personally. And that note stands for musical notes.
So are you giving us some musical notes now?
Definitely.
Okay.
Do you need a soundtrack?
Yeah, my soundtrack.
Oh, we're good. Just, yeah.
Thank you very much. That was so amazing from Luther Vandross.
Yeah, how long have you been playing this?
Close to 15 years now.
Whoa.
I actually started from the drum, for like 10 years. I played them for like 10 years, then started playing the trumpet. The unique thing about saxophone is that I love to share this story. Before my father actually passed on, he just looked at me in the house. We were just having a family prayer meeting, and he just looked at me. He was a very spiritual person, and he just stared at me and said, he sees me playing saxophone. I'm talking about far back 1999.
And at the time you hadn't started playing.
I was just playing the drum. He said he sees me playing saxophone, and he said I wasn't playing it in a small place, like in a very big way. I held on to that 2 years after he passed on. And I just walked into the church one day, picked up the saxophone in the music store, and I fell in love with the sax, and I tried to just produce a sound. And there I just produced my first sound. It was just like an ignition. Immediately I produced that first sound. That was it.
Well, speaking of the sax, sorry, because of what he already said and or it just happened, at that time you weren't even thinking of his prophecy,
I wasn't really thinking about it. Even then, I never really liked the saxophone because everybody wanted to play the saxophone. I was comfortable on my drumming then. I was comfortable on the drum. So when he passed on, I just went to church to do my normal rehearsals. And then I cited the saxophone. Let me try out this thing. And immediately I picked it and I just tried it. And that was it. Nobody even taught me how to play the saxophone. So I was going, yeah, I go back every day. And that was when I finished my WAEC, 2002, 2003. So I had enough time. So I was always going to church every morning just to pick that saxophone. I would get one note today, I might not get the other notes. So I kept on coming back. And over time, I just developed. And when I met my friends that started before me, and I played, and they were like, how did you do it? They never knew I was just going to church every day to rehearsing alone.
That is awesome. Okay, so you obviously started with the church, and most celebrities, musicians, their story always starts in the church, but it doesn't really end in the church or happens in the church. But it seems like you're keeping the path and you're still in that Christian circle. Do you perform only strictly for Christian gatherings, or do you perform for other things?
I perform in churches, Christian gatherings, and secular settings, like cocktail parties, birthday surprises. I just make sure I do secular, ethical music, like music that people can easily relate with, just like So Amazing, cut across. A Christian can listen to So Amazing, a Muslim can listen to. So those are the kind of music I
okay, can you give us more light or the background story on Bluenote? Why you decided to start this company, how it's been so far, the challenges or the highlights and all that. Just give us a summary of Bluenote.
I wouldn't lie to you, it's been rough and tough. Losing my father at that tender age, so it was really tough for me, but his words actually kept me going. He told us a lot of things before he died. He told us about education. We should take our education seriously. to the glory of God, we're all graduates in my family, and musically, since it's a prophecy, it will definitely come to fulfillment. So God has actually used saxophone as a tool for me to navigate through the orders of life.
Have you had to do any form of publicity stunt since you talked about it and you were here to remain where you are or to try to boost your career?
The only thing I do as a musician, you shouldn't just limit yourself to just playing the instrument. You should work on the business aspect of music, which the social media is a very good tool. So I post as many as possible, everything I do on social media and WhatsApp status, Instagram. I've done a couple of jobs that even after doing the job, that was when I got to know that it was someone abroad that saw my video on the internet and just contacted someone and they got me for the job. So social
media is your publicity stunt. Yes or no?
That's
if you want to call it that way.
You have a question for him?
Yeah, if you weren't doing music, what else would you be doing?
I love fashion so much, shoes precisely.
Okay.
So I worship at this Christian Center. So my church organizes this training, vocational training for people that want to make shoes, clothes making, makeup artists, and also I went for the shoe training early last year. So after that first part of the training, I enjoyed it because I love shoes. So I contacted a friend that has a shoe company already. He has all the machines. He's presently using 3-bedroom flats just for shoes.
That's awesome.
So I contacted him. Funny enough, when I was learning the saxophone, he fell in love with saxophone. I was teaching him for free then when we were very young. So when I contacted him that I want to learn, she said I should come now. Presently, I'm working with him at the name of the company is Mark Bells. Like the shoe I'm wearing now, he actually made the shoe. So
unfortunately, we can't see it.
So I'm doing a professional course on shoemaking, Italian shoes, all kinds, just any kind of shoes. We have all the materials.
So you branch out like that? You have Bluenote and you have a shoe company. Is that the plan?
I'm actually working on that. Once I'm done with the training and I'm certified and I have the necessary materials and all to do, I want to set out.
So if both companies succeed, and obviously you have to put all your energy into one, which would be your first love? Which would be the side chick?
Music, obviously. I love my saxophone.
Okay. So how does it feel working with Omaomi? I mean, Omaomi is my birthday mate, by the way. So how does it feel working with somebody like her?
I love her energy so much.
She has a lot of energy.
She's, I can say, one of the finest female singers in Nigeria or Africa. I love her energy. She's very good. She's good at what she's doing. She just tells you, this is what I want to hear. This is what she knows what she's doing. She's good.
What has that working relationship done for you?
It has really helped me. Even in this secular setting, we go to some places and places that you probably never dreamt of going to, like this man, Dangote's daughter's wedding. I was there. We went there in convoy, security, like on the normal day, you can't just walk up to, So working with her has actually paved way and meeting people, going to places. That's just a positive impact. And musically too, it has helped me.
Okay, would you say, I mean, with your story about losing your dad, sorry about that, by the way, you obviously must have had mentors in your life that would have groomed you to be this person that you are. It seems like you have a good head on your shoulders. Do you want to tell us a few of the people that you look up to, if it's even in music or just like in your personal life, who's been grooming you to this point?
At this point, I would just say it's been God. It's been God, because when I lost my father, it seems there was nobody there for me. Funny enough, it was through this saxophone that I was able to sponsor myself to school.
Wow.
So I never had any help from anybody.
I see why you're holding. You're not going anywhere.
Even when I'm going out and people say, let me help you, I say, no, please. No, it's been God. Though when I was in school, University of Lagos, I studied philosophy.
Right.
But funny enough, right from my year 1 to my final year, I was borrowing my elective from musical department.
Wow.
Year 1 1 to final year, I met the likes of Dr. Shay Kenny. We did chorals, we did music of other world culture. So I was always going back to that department because that's just like my life. So as I was studying philosophy, my musical life, I was actually working on it.
Yeah.
So the journey to being a graduate of philosophy, right? What did that teach you? I won't say you're going to throw all that away because of music. I mean, it took, if not, I mean, minimum of 4 years. We don't know if ASU did their thing on you, but at least minimum of 4 years of your life went into that. What did you learn from that journey?
Philosophy, for me, philosophy doesn't see things the way they are. Philosophy wants to know why things are the way they are. So from there, you start asking fundamental questions, start doing research. From asking fundamental questions, you learn more about those things. You learn about the problems. Then from there, you provide solutions. So philosophy has actually helped me in reasoning. You know, sometimes I just sit down and just my quiet time, I think about a lot of things and I just pen some things down. When I lost my father, I had a lot of time to just on my own after rehearsals. So I was always meditating and everything I penned down then were the things that I'm manifesting now. So philosophy has actually helped me to like have a foresight to know why things are the way they are.
Would you say philosophy is spiritual?
It can be, because even if you look at the etymology of every courses, every discipline, you will definitely trace it back to philosophy. So talk about theology, there's no course we didn't do. I did law, I did sciences, even studying philosophy. So we did a lot of courses that actually encapsulated in philosophy. So philosophy is like an etymology for all spheres of life. So it's just the roots.
Okay, if we just take you back to more personal, talk about you. Is there any, lady next to you that you are doing this life journey? As long as, are you only holding this sax or this? You're also holding. You're also holding another woman. Is there anyone?
I have a couple of friends.
I was like, what?
But seriously, after, my mom is actually late to Shalaman Ofan. I lost her 2016. After her death, I learned a lot of things. Talking about that relationship, a lot of things changed. The person I was actually with for several years, things just changed. I don't want to go into all those stories. So what I was able to just deduce from that period was that, see, your happiness comes first. Your life comes first.
It's a life lesson.
Whatever happens. And I thank God I have good siblings. My sisters are the most beautiful people you should have around. Shout out to Bemisala, Adeneye, Jumoke, Adeneye, Rebecca, Adeneye. I'm the only son. So I'm like the father and the husband. My sisters were just so amazing.
But are you working on being in a relationship?
Are you open? Are you searching?
To mingle?
With God on my side, everything will just fall in place.
And that seems to be where we're ending this conversation, with God on his side. But before we go, quickly, what do we expect from you? 2019, we're in the second half of 2019, right? So what do we expect from you?
I'm actually working on a project, like a gospel medley kind of thing. Gospel.
Like an album?
Like singles.
Right.
That's what I'm working on presently. And
where can we find access to these songs? Your Instagram?
Yeah, it will definitely be on Instagram. Then probably before the end of this year, I should be able to perform that music in church, the Star Christian Center, and working on my shoe business. So before the end of this year, I want to have my own brand too.
Yeah, all right. Good luck on all of that.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's how we wrap up on this episode. You can join this conversation by using the hashtag #TeaTime on social media or tweet at us at +TV Africa. My thanks, as always, go to my co-anchors, Ife Omai and Chika Onwewu. Thank you, guys. And also our studio guest, Mr. John Leye, popularly known as Bluenote. Thank you so much. My name is Elsie Godwin, saying thank you for watching and see you later.